A while ago, I sent an email to Trudeau suggesting strategies for him if he did want to stay in politics for the long term. And the strategy related to him leaving his position as prime minister while the Liberals were still in, and but staying an MP and focusing on traveling Canada and talking to people and maybe assessing for this project that I've been talking about for many years, including to politicians, about centralization, I think it's called, uh, is eliminating the need or the interest for people to go more and more towards big cities, which are unhealthy and dysfunctional and will make things worse. Will increase crime. One way to reduce crime is make smaller communities, and we're so big, and we could even develop the north in this way gradually. Is build train tracks that make Canada in 10 years maybe the best tourism destination based on new trains, but also on setting up the foundation for villages or small towns where it'll have themes, where people have these artistic, let's say, skill sets and want to focus on things. It could be like a town of guitar players, a town of creative gardeners that grow, particular types of flowers that people might love. It could be a town of, like how to be creative, making buildings out of brick or logs. It could be another town that are into having multiple choirs. It could be another town that has murals that show different parts of Canada's landscapes. It could be a lot of different things based on what people love and enjoy. Now, that doesn't mean the people that go there because they have these interests stay in there. They could visit the other places. All Canadians would also start enjoying visiting Canada more with this new train awesome system. So when Canada's making economic agreements, let's say to have Korean companies, with hybrid cars or batteries or whatever, that should be part of the agreement. Is help us build trains. You're one of the cultures that are experts in it, and keep our minerals for doing that because it's a long term investment. Now, Trudeau would learn about this, talk about this in his travels where he's not the prime minister anymore, and eventually, when he's ready or it's the right time, come back. But you know what I want now for Canadians? I want Canadians to learn the lesson the hard way because they deserve. They don't want to learn anything easy if they are capable of learning. I think they deserve the Conservative Party to win, Canadians. That would be their punishment for their redneckism that they embrace so much and turn their kids into also little incapable of social interactions or thinking that is reality-based little zombies, automatons. And it's not that they're born like this, it's that their parents don't know how to raise kids with a healthy human psychological development. Now, right now in the news today is the 16th of December 2023, and I might dedicate this particular vlog to a guy who didn't do so bad. I'm just a bit sensitive today, interacting with me on Facebook, but he's against the Liberals, for example. He wants to blame the Liberals for everything related to the stupidity of the norm of our species. And in the news, Freeland, the MP, maybe resigned. I didn't even watch that part yet. And in a way, she can't. She could do the best job in the world and consult with the best people in the world. It's just the monetary paradigm is going to be failing for the majority of people because, the divide between rich and poor and elitism won't allow anything. Plus, Canada is a cowardly government. Whatever party or independent you're in, is they won't take on big business, which is what is needed, let's say, for the next COP30, is governments send in their military police, kick out all the big business folks that have no business being there, really. And I have to also advise countries that may or may not get money related to climate emergency and how it impacts them is be careful, because if you're also trying to decolonize at the same time and you're getting this money, but you're still maybe, let's say, not under the authority of France, where you can also put pressure on France to, hey, you colonized this, so after this huge hurricane, you come and rebuild, right? It's another way for you to get compensation from the global north, let's say, if you want to call it that. There's a lot of hypocrisy, but also, I mean, when you accept to pay countries that won't be livable there anymore, it is you have to accept refugees. And if you're still making so little progress in the COPs, is you have to make refugees, especially climate refugees, and also war refugees for places that Canada, among other countries, have supplied parts or weapons, or hasn't stood up in the right way to send the right message for the international community that that's not okay. We're talking about more than 1 year of what's been going on that most people that want to be aware of, such as I want to, so I watch Democracy Now! I want to be aware of, but I tell you, it's hard. It's hard watching what's happening with the Palestinians. And it's, I mean, it matches perfectly my theory on HSD and predicting the downfall of our very humanity. And I want to say something about they're animals. Well, we're all animals, okay? So stop making us special. We're one of the most dysfunctional animals. We're under the animal kingdom. Again, I'm going to say, some people want to put the category of great ape. I would question that. But we're primates under land mammals. Okay, and that's animals. So the only thing special about us is we were, at some point, capable of growing sentience and sapience to surpass others. Measurably speaking, these traits are barely noticeable, and they're getting worse, as my theory predicted, and it's accelerating in a lifetime, as my theory predicted, and it's not as good as a lot of other animals. So in a way, we're not only animals, we're like a developmentally disabled animal, okay? And it's not a tribe or a category. Like liberals, criticizing liberals is tribe mentality. It's very primitive thinking, right? It's black and white with no understanding of the system and all the components and interactions. So right now it looks like they're divided, but I tell you, compared to the Conservative Party and their natural traits to divide, to backdoor stabbing, to tribe versus tribe mentality thinking, divisive, if I pronounce that properly, is they're going to be worse. Plus they're just children that are just being bullies. They wouldn't even know how to act among some of the more, let's say, UK politicians who can communicate in English without just doing trash talk all the time. So when it's time for you guys to go on the international stage, you're just gonna make us look like idiots, which is accurate because the Canadians would have voted you in. They are idiots.